Come to the water where you will find peace. Take a step into the river. Get down on your knees. Come to the mountain while taking in the view. You will find that life is greater than you knew. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight, I will fight. Oh, you're broken and you're shattered at the point of no return. You pick up the pieces and you let the bridges burn. So come to the water, you're sailing with the breeze. Take a step into the river where you will find peace. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight. Oh yeah, I will fight. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight, I will fight. I will fight. So come to the water where you will find me. Take a step into the river. what you're saying, don't need no explaining. You're making me shake and shiver. You're shining your shoes, but hey, I got news. I ain't falling for all of that glitter. This time, as ready as I can be. This time, I'll be running free. 'Cause my heart is rising. I'm taking it step by step. I'm running and running. I'm not slowing down just yet. And this time, as ready as I can be. And this time, I'll be running free. My heart is rising. I'm taking it step by step. I'm running and running. I'm not slowing down just yet. I found my heart again. You were standing near, you bravely let me in. I could wait a million years or more until you came knocking at my door. It's hard to be this real. We can play our favorite song, dancing to it all night long. With you I feel something. 'Cause we're both so unashamed. We're not playing any games. I found a star in you, always guiding me to where my words are true. I've waited a million years before, and I'd do it all again just to make sure. Yeah, it's hard to be this real. We can play our favorite song, dancing to it all night long. With you I feel something. 'Cause we're both so unashamed. We're not playing games, it's hard
端っこのこの上でなんかいけそうですね。いけるかな。これ2メーター、開けた2メーターな。はい。2メーターが2枚切っとこうか。はい。それで60センチ飛ばして2枚切ってこんなもんですよね。こっちも当たってる。
もうこれ取っちゃおうか。
それでそれでいけるの。
I feel it coming, I feel it taking control. It's the hurt I imagined, from us to nothing. There's something missing your stone, and it's a little tragic. I know I'm better off living without your love. But time and again, my thoughts go back to when we were crazy kids with a lot of feelings. Too proud to beg and too numb for stealing. When I rode with you, it was all downhill. And losing control was a part of that thrill. A part of me still wants. A part of me still wants. I've got my own
토마스 가사나 됐고요.
오케이.
Don't talk about it like you're crazy. You know damn well I can't replace you. Just say what you mean. Don't waste your time being mad at me. Say what you mean. Say what you mean. And you'll get what you need. Get what you need. What I do is try to give you more than words. When I say I quit, it's only cause it hurts. We got places we can go to figure out what we've done, what we need, what to do. Yeah, I got you. The way you look at me is absent. It's like you're walking through a labyrinth. Just say what's going on. Don't waste your time being all alone. Say what you mean. Say what you mean. And you'll get what you need. Get what you need. What I do is try to give you more than words. When I say I quit, it's only cause it hurts. We got places we can go to figure out what we've done, what we need to do. Yeah, I got you. Don't play me, cause you're pushing me away. Don't say to me that we'll talk another day. Cause my phone won't be ringing anyway. That's how you roll, yeah. What I do is try to give more than words. When I say I quit, it's only cause it hurts. We got places we can go to figure out what we've done, what we need, what to do. I got you. What I do is try to give you more than words. When I say I quit, it's only cause it hurts. We got places we can go to figure out what we've done, what we need, what to do. Yeah, I got you. I was quietly protective of my heart to reassure that I couldn't break to pieces and be left alone once more. If you hadn't been so patient, you'd be easy to ignore. You put up with all my bullshit till you didn't anymore. And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm yours, anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm yours, and now I'm singing. I have made a lot of mistakes. I have been too self-involved, been protective of my feelings, but somehow you made me fall. You got underneath the surface and you shattered every wall. And I know I got that feeling, there's no question anymore. And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm yours, anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm yours, and now we're singing. Yeah. Quietly protective of my heart to make sure that it couldn't break to pieces and be left alone once more. You got underneath the surface and you shattered every wall. And I know I got that feeling, there's no question anymore. And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm yours, anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm yours. Now we're singing. Yeah. I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm yours. Anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm yours. Now we're singing. Yeah. Look out, here she comes. The woman that I love. It's too bad she'll never know. Yeah, I can't tell her how I feel, because she has someone who makes her happy. I'm a ghost in these walls, or at least I try to be. Cause I hope that I'm not showing how I feel for her, but she won't feel the same for me. I've got this picture in my mind. It's just the two of us, just the two of us. But I know I have to try to let her go, because she won't be mine. I listen when she talks, I watch her when she walks. She's giving me these feelings that I've never felt before, but she will never know that I love her so well. She's with somebody else and I will have to let her go. She will never know, nah, never know, nah. She will never know, nah, never know, nah. She'll never know. It's like she stole my heart without knowing she did. But I guess that it will pass. Yeah, I can't be the only one who got lost inside the blue of those eyes. I've gotta let her go. I know it won't be easy. I wanna hold her close, but I have to try as hard as I can, cause she'll never be mine. I listen when she talks, I watch her when she walks. She's giving me these feelings that I've never felt before, forgot and never brought to mind. Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll talk a cup of kindness yet for days